Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something new from CMB made knives. Now, I usually go into these blind, but some companies, just because of like for example, CMB, they're always doing wild and crazy stuff. Pretty wacky, never know what to expect. So I thought, I'm going to peek behind the curtains, look this up, and what I found is a very, very competitive price tag for what it is. And it's kind of interesting in that sense. Like this, it's very utilitarian, very competitive on price. It's actually different from what I would normally have expected from CMB. Enough talking about it. I will link this down in the description. You guys can check it out if you want. A few different variations available. It does help my channel and use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to CMB Made Knives for sending this in. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. What do we have here? This is called... What does it say? It's on the plate. This is the Predator V4. Now, if there were other versions of this knife, I didn't know about them. But this is their V4. And like I said, we've got M390. And by the way, I looked up their HRC range. 60 to 62. Thank you. Yes, it can go higher. It can. But I've been advocating for this for a long time. Companies, releasing knives with this blade steel, you're just kind of starting to get the potential for M390 at 60 HRC. Each point higher you get into, 62 HRC is great, but this 59 and back stuff is just ridiculous. Some of these companies are like, well, it's coded, so it's 58. It's like, why are we screwing around with this? 60 minimum, and every point higher up to, I think M390 can actually be pushed up to 63, even 64. It gets pretty brittle up there. I think 61, 62 is about as optimized as you can get it. So I really like that they're hitting this price point. It comes with an extra clip here, and we also have some additional Omega springs. Now, I think, okay, it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I just figured, at that price, it's probably going to be this little tiny thing. Now, we have lots and lots of knives that are crossbar locks, right? That's not what makes this knife special. I just realized the pocket clip is getting stuck on a portion of the bag and will not come out there. We have a nice, straightforward, it's a really good looking, actually, frame here. We've got some interesting, engagement tabs here that, are attached to those Omega springs. A nice, straightforward EDC profile. Contoured titanium, right? Yeah, I know. Another Omega spring knife, right? That's not what makes this special. What makes this special is the CMB execution, which is, by the way, very, very good, right? A nice utilitarian blade shape, very Griptilian-esque. Pretty tight pocket clip, but that's okay. It'll still, there's enough of a ramp there, you'll be all right. Really good ergonomics, and the price tag for this full titanium and 20 CV during a time where the world is making it very difficult to ship things all over the place, especially to the United States, $178. We have entered what I call the Kaiser territory. Kaiser typically is releasing titanium, and usually it's like S35EN, sometimes S45EN, right? This is where Kaiser usually sits. Knives like this prove to me that, of course you add a more intricate locking system, you add a more expensive finish or more expensive to apply, right? Maybe a more expensive blade steel, you add some texture, you add more of that stuff, and then some companies that are, people get confused. Other companies using the same materials and charging $250, $300. That's okay if there's an additional amount of work that goes into it, because materials alone are only one part of the equation. But a lot of other companies offering exactly this, plain, it's nice, but it's plain contoured titanium, tie backspacer, tie clip, right? Maybe a crossbar lock or something similar. M390 blade, and usually subpar heat treatment, and a lot of companies are charging more, at least $200. So I was pretty impressed to find out that they want $178 for this. At 60 to 62 HRC and a nice factory edge. It does feel good, nice and sticky there. Let you guys take a look at that plunge grind. That's pretty cool. If you're just bored to tears with the crossbar lock, then I get it. But a lot of times it's simply what's being delivered for the money. right? That makes the knife unique. There, in my opinion, there's not a lot of competition for this. There are other companies out there, especially the weird Amazon brands. My God, people are like, have you heard of like Fiddlesticks and McGee? And they got a titanium and M390 knife for $120, underrated. And I'm like, probably, if it is M390, which is unlikely with a lot of those brands that are trying to enter the space and just hope that none of us in this community have the means of finding out whether or not it actually is M390, which we do. We have people in the community who do stuff like that. If it is M390 at $120, it's just it's not going to be heat. If full size, full titanium, M390, it's not going to be heat treated properly at $120, right? So if you guys have ever wondered, why don't I cover a lot of those obscure Amazon brands? Because I don't trust them. I don't trust them. A lot of the brands that I cover here, and this is what I mean when I get tons and tons and tons of requests to review knives, companies reaching out to me and saying, will you look at this? We have the best value knife. It's because I don't trust them. And I'm not going to showcase stuff to you guys when I don't trust these companies, even when they're offering me money to do it, right? Or affiliate programs or whatever, right? I always say, get your knives tested. You can have them sent here. You can reach out to this guy, get them tested, and let me get the results and confirm with this person. And then we can talk. And 99% of those guys just go away and I never hear about them again. So yeah, CMB though, I think we have some community testing on these guys. And they've confirmed to have authentic materials and be hitting the ranges that they that they're saying that they are. Now, consistent testing, I think, is necessary. A company can enter the space hitting certain numbers and then quality can kind of fall backwards. So we have to constantly keep companies in check. If you're claiming 60 to 62, then the knife should test at 60 to 62. Why don't I own my own testing equipment? I acknowledge that proper testing is not just having the machine and pushing the button that go boop and make a number. No, it's actually, there's quite a bit more that goes into it. And I don't think that I'm the type of person that's qualified to do it. I also like that we have different people in the community who do that and who know how to do it, and they know all the different variables, and they know exactly how to provide the proper information. I like that they're already in place. I trust them, so those are the places that we want to. Transparent Knives, for example, I think is a great entity in our community, and I kind of like, he already knows how to do it. He already knows, all the do's and don'ts and all that, has the appropriate testing equipment. So that's kind of what I prefer. But a company like CMB, I almost said CJRB, sorry. CMB made knives, good quality control. In fact, excellent quality control from my experience, great execution. Something like this that's very simple, straightforward, utilitarian. There's a certain price tag that we expect to see, and most of the time we don't see it. We see 200 plus, and we see 59 to 61 HRC. So bringing this back to $178 and hitting that 60 to 62, in my opinion, minimum effort HRC range that we should see, I think that's pretty good. I think for a lot of people stepping up into the near $200 territory for the first time, which I remember being like, oh my God, am I seriously about to spend $200 on a pocket knife? A lot of what's out there is just bad. It's just not good, right? So having an option like this for people is pretty cool. I like this, and I also like that it comes with extra Omega springs, an extra filler tab, and an extra pocket clip. I think that's pretty cool, and I think it's worth pointing out the pocket clip is not milled. This is a stamped clip, and if you're wondering why would they do that, well, number one, let's see if it's titanium. It might actually be. Now this is a steel clip, but that's fine. If this clip is too, bulky and stiff for you, which I can pull it up, right? It's just pretty stiff. You can switch to, it's almost like a Lynch style pocket clip, which I think a lot of people would prefer. I think that's cool. They just give you the option. Extra filler tab, extra Omega springs, might actually be a different tension. This is about medium, but great. And also we are, let me just check to be sure. Yeah, we are running on bearings, and that's fine. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'll give you guys a full review. I'm going to carry this knife for a little bit, and then I'll give you guys a full-length review. But I think this is an excellent value. Very cool. that's going to be it for me today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.